Okay, again, I have some notes, scribbles. What I found out is helpful for me is uh, and helps me explain it is that I draw a picture of the box. I put the text name, the design name, what I'm going to call it on YouTube, and the page number. And then any new words that I'm going to discuss, dim, integer, as double, as single. That's how I do it. And that way, I go through. So every exercise out of this book, if I can't remember what, for instance, dim is, or single, or double, I can just go back because the book has got too many words in here to remember it all. So saying that, I think that's a good way to do it. So there's a form. If I click the form, I didn't name it. It's not, the text name is not on. I dragged a button over here. We'll click the button, and the text name is right there. So again, we can't see it till we click it. There's the text name. And then when you, in code, if you watch, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but the code name is button float math. So what we're going to be talking about, we talked about integer last time. Now we're going to be talking about double and single flotation. Let's see, I want to have a comma here. So I'm just going to, just as an example, I just clicked it, enter. Backspace. For some reason I didn't like that. Let me see if I push tab. I didn't like the box open, so I just had to close the box so it showed up. 1 second. So sometimes I'm going to make mistakes, and sometimes I'm going to make mistakes on purpose because I think that's how we learn. I don't think I've ever learned anything in my life without making a lot of mistakes first. So if you see me make a mistake, it's either I'm doing it on purpose or I'm doing it by mistake. And then we have to try to solve it. And again, we're just starting out in this book. So here we go. So here's the code for what we're going to do. We have a form and we have one button, and it is called button float math as we named it in the design. Again, to remind you, I'm using this book here. Maybe for anybody new that might be watching these, and it's on page, click it, 50. And the book is called, if I go back to the beginning, I saved it as a PDF. I guess there are no such pages. By the way, if you want to search the book, click, when you have this open, click Control F or Function F, I forget now, and you can search your book. So going back to page 0 or 1, let's call it, enter. That's the name of the book. It doesn't matter that it's 208 because you can see it's all working. There might be some differences, and the differences are good because those will cause mistakes, which we have to figure out. So let me change this right here. So again, I want to go over a few things that before I called dim remember, and I'm trying to follow the book because I think it's the proper language. So dim is a keyword, a command that says what comes next is a variable. I just call it remember. They call it a command, what comes next. So I think it's the same thing. So remember what comes next as, now we're going to go integer, or we just push, see the integers highlighted there, just push tab. Now again, in the last video we talked about that the decimal or the fractions of the part are not showing up when we click it. So as integer, we'll start it. No decimal points. So now we're going to go as single. Again, these are data type. So it's saying, I'm going to say it in my language, remember this as an integer. So remember this as whole numbers. That's what that says. Now we're going to go single. We'll see if it pops up here. Tab. Run. Okay, notice as single has 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal points in the first box. Second box, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6. Maybe I counted it wrong. I don't know. Okay. Close. Or close here. Now we're going to change this to, we're going to switch the data type. And double. There it is down there, just to show how to do some down keying. Tab. You should be saving this stuff once in a while. There's the save button. Start. Okay, this time it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time it had 4. Single has integer has none. Single has 4. And in this box it has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just going to go right here and close it. I lost track of where I was. Did I do single? It's something to do with old age. You can't remember things as good anymore. And the problem is you can't remember that you don't remember. It's weird. So, I don't know. Anyway, you can try it. Integer, single, double. Again, I don't know if I said it. I'll say it one more time. As integer is whole numbers. As double is, if you're doing, let's say, accounting, it's within 1 penny and 425 trillion. If you're doing single, it's within 1 penny and $330,000. And the difference is it's using more memory or less memory, which affects speed. And speed, I don't know if it matters anymore. Like I got 16 gigabytes of memory on this computer, but back when I was a kid, it had 256K, and it was a big problem back then. So the only thing we're really talking about here is this data type. Now we have the operators. This is shorthand math from the last video. And we have 2 message boxes. So anything that isn't clear, go to the last video or the video before. Just for the heck of it, we'll go up here, see how many buttons we have. We already know it, but there's 1 button, 1 form. If you had 50 buttons, you'd have 50 boxes here. And it's a click event. When you click something, that's how this is working. for instance, let's just try running this. I'm going to hit enter. We'll see what happens on my keyboard. So I guess what it means is I'm just going to click it again. It just keeps running. So a click event could be the mouse or the keyboard. Anyway, that's what. Let's see. Does it say? Well, let me just click this one more time. It doesn't say event, but that's what this is. The event that is happening is that I'm clicking the mouse or I'm pushing enter. That's the event. Hope that doesn't sound too stupid. That's it.